Hello everybody, we've got to talk about some leaked information. What is real, what is correct, and what is fake, because there are some fake elements to a lot of this stuff that is going on. Awesome. I'm not going to say it's fake in kind of a rude way, but in kind of like this is the problem when we've got data mined information. Some stuff can either be misconstrued, there could lead to just inconsistencies and incorrect stuff. And that's what happened. That's what happened last month when some people were saying that we were getting Winter Soldier buffed, another champion. So let's just dissect this and kind of give you the full kind of like ins and outs of it, because it is frustrating at times when it comes to leaked information. So the first thing being, we've got Purgatory and Maestro Overseer coming to Marvel Contest Champions next month. How can this be 100% confirmed? Well, as even Metal Sonic Dude sent me messages, we even covered this on the channel when it comes to like new characters. Purgatory, Overseer, where have we seen this before? The answer is, we have seen this before. Because Kabam put this in a motion comic. So at the end of a motion comic, they show footage of the characters like playing out. And this was with the announcement of, I believe, Jabari Panther and Silver Centurion, when they were just like having a battle at the end of a motion comic. And you get to see this. So it's like, well, you just kind of gave away what was coming in with Corruption that was dropping in May, and Overseer and Purgatory, which is the new event that will be dropping in June. It's just like, yeah. So Kabam work on this stuff a lot later on than normal. So that's always, it's kind of cool to learn that, but at the same time, that gives you an idea. Who are these two characters? Well, I think that's the case. I think Jay Axe kind of made a mention that he had in his prediction thing some sort of Maestro coming to Marvel Contest Champions. And that's kind of like, wow, that's some cool information to get there. So that's kind of like comes from a point of a Kabam original character, and then I don't know if you could say that Maestro Overseer will be a Kabam original character. But here's the other thing as well. This could be a red herring. However, though, if Kabam didn't already call something Overseer and Purgatory, we wouldn't go, hey, this might be a thing. So therefore it kind of like synergizes together as being an actual possibility. So yeah, Purgatory and Maestro Overseer, which would be great to have a version playable. I don't know if they'll go science, or I don't know if they'll go cosmic, especially from the fact of going like, well, where does he operate? Is it a case how he operates, or is it a case of like, what is the overlying factor that it is Bruce Banner in the future? And how does he oversee? What is he overseeing? Is he a case that this is linked to the Marvel Realm one? And that would be the case. But still, the idea of playing a Maestro, which has that kind of like weird class to it. I've always kind of assumed it's been like the Elder class or the Omega class. It could be like whatever class you kind of talk about. It's like the green symbol that's kind of like weird and stuff. But as well, like, is there any kind of the tie-in? No. Project Purgatory is another kind of comic book kind of tie-in of members, and again, don't think it's any association with that. It seems like this would be absolutely brand new. And yeah, the only other thing is like Purgatory is just, you know, is a state of between the afterlife and this mortal life, the mortal plane that we live in. More relevant when it comes to things like, as it says here, like Valhalla, through the realm between, which would be cool if there was some kind of like link to this character's kind of association with other ones based on the afterlife and this. I mean, it'd be cool. It'd be weirdly morbid, but at the same time, it could be quite cool. And as it says, like in the leaked info, is like soul capture mechanic. So whatever that's going to be. The same way that you've got Guillotine Guillotine, the standard one, the Mystic one, that does some sort of ability to capture souls or punish via souls, and has souls within the sword itself. So it's kind of like a bit odd, but I get it. If Purgatory is something that kind of links to Guillotine in some sort of way based on the soul kind of capturing and the soul kind of things, and maybe the creation of the sword itself, the Fleur de la Mal, then that would be cool. So that kind of gives you a bit of context there. We're going to move on and talk about the buff situation. The buff situation is very convoluted, and this is where we get the kind of the fake information, which is something not to fall into those pits, because if you saw what happened last month, it was a case people were saying, oh, Winter Soldier's being buffed, and then it turned out that was fake information. Which again is like, that's problematic when it comes to a lot of these data mine sources. If Command learn that people are data mining early, then they will throw people off the case by throwing stuff in there that make people assume that based on what info you're seeing that they're going to have one or many buff in any case. Right, where's the image? Image, the important image here. So this image here is like, again, it does go back to how the information is given out. I think there's a secret group where a lot of this information is shared, and the biggest problem is when stuff like this comes out, then we got here, like, all right, code D is saying this info is incorrect. So Ebony Maw value only buff, War Machine value only buff, which I mean that red flag for me is just like, well, War Machine value only, and complete overhaul for Ultron. And again, these are things that do fall into that whole synergy, which, you know, is the one about like future buffs coming and kind of like teasing for the future. But at the same time, it could be red herrings. That's the other thing to kind of like go by. Well, not red herrings, but all champions need to be buffed at some stage. But if like the data miner is saying, no, this is incorrect, it's like, well, that's a bit of a thing, isn't it? And from what I believe, that tweet is actually being deleted. So I believe that one was there. So I don't want to be this person to kind of like, this is why I've waited to make this video, because I do feel that there can be like some incorrect information going around, and as well the way that it's kind of linking the sources and stuff like. Let's go with definites at the moment. I currently do not know, because it hasn't been announced by Kabam, it hasn't even been told to the CCP yet who they're going to buff. It's always towards the end of the month. Yes, some data mine information always goes out as to say like who's going to be the next champion, and it's got, you know, it's a case now we're getting more of this. Like every month now is a lot more leaked information. It's like someone's taken up the Otriox mantle, the MCOC mod mantle, or the data mining mantle to give out this information. Again, nothing against it. It is what it is. But at the same time, this is the problem when it comes to fake aspects of the information. Which again, as I said, we've seen right here. If the data miner is even saying that this information is fake, and that's discussed within, I believe, a room on Telegram, I believe that's an app, then there you go, that's when that info's out. So there you go, that's really kind of like me talking about the extent of this particular situation of, look, some stuff is real or could be confirmed or likely to be confirmed. Some stuff obviously has been kind of said that it's fake, but this is the problem. We're halfway through the month and we've still got 2 more weeks to find out what is next. And I think that's the thing. We'll just have to wait 2 more weeks, find out what is going to be announced, and then we'll definitely know. But the Purgatory and Overseer version of Maestro, I think that's going to be correct. The other stuff, still unknown, especially if it's been pulled down as being fake. But it is what it is. That's the info. That's the facts as I know them so far. And I'll see you tomorrow for another video, and then Monday for the Marvel Contest of Champions news show as it is. Podcast on Sunday as well. Have a good one, whatever you're doing. Bye-bye. Oh, and just quickly, I forgot to say, if you've got any thoughts on this whole situation around the leaks, the characters coming into the game, and the pulled information or the fake info about the buffs for next month, put it down in the comment section below. What are your thoughts? Do you not like this? Are you fine with this? You know, do you want misinformation coming through the community? What is your take?